Welcome to Gas, Poetry, Art, and Music. I'm your host, Belinda Subraman.
Love and happiness. This poem was supposed to be about the young girl who hides in the back seat of Daddy's car in Paramus, New Jersey, and writes poems on the fake leather seats. No one can stop her from doing it, and anyhow, who would understand? What is love? She writes, knees tucked up under her, shuts her eyes, makes her invisible. The old man won't ever find me here. And the sun beginning to set, nobody to bring her inside, make her go to bed. Now she is eye level with loneliness, clinging to a flashlight. The sun has gone down. She's singing an Al Green song. And a happiness, she sings, make you wanna do wrong. She's got the words wrong. So what? Nobody better touch her or she will explode.
Some people over there, they get powder in their nose. Some people over there, they're wearing new clothes. Some people over there, they're having fun. Some people over there, they're having none. I know people, they've done everything. I know people, they've done nothing. I know people, they've been everywhere. And I know people, they've been bluffing. We all come tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. In the end, we're tumbling down. I know people, they've been a lot of places. I know people, they've been changing their faces. I know people, they've been running around. I know people, they can't go into town. I know people, where they go, I don't know. I know people, I don't really know. And we all come tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. In the end, we're tumbling down. I'll have to do some more tomorrow. I can't think of anything to keep this little tune going. I'm tumbling down. I'm tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. In the end, we're tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. We all come tumbling down. In the end, tumbling down.
My name is Donny Winter, and I'm going to be performing a poem for you from my recent chapbook, Casting Seeds. And this poem is about a really rough geranium that my grandmother would overwinter in her basement when I was a kid. And being that I think many of us are craving spring at this point, I felt that it would be fitting to perform. This is the basement geranium. The southeastern sun strained to raise above the woods each bitter winter. Muted beams splintered daylight through dingy basement windows. Lanky spindle stems draped over, reaching for sun, spilled down the sides of the worn plastic yard swan. As Grandma made lunch, I'd sit on the stairs and watch as blooms would form from nub to stem. Blink. The cold had no power here. It'd always flower again.
I am patterns in snow trails. A swirly box of string, a lens of bright matter, a labyrinth that cannot be walked. I am a chance to change an unaltered landscape. A chance to never bend the same way twice. To never live the same way again.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejections and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it, do it, do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect, to laughter. It's the only good fight there is.
The unattainable other, a remembrance. The lights will flicker, the paper turn yellow, the story will morph and disappear. But I hold these moments of times in India, on the back roads by the Ganges, in the temples with my in-laws, protected in a bubble or a egg of love. The exotic smell of diesel, a wood fire, incense, and curry, flower lace and jasmine strands, dung and dirt. Being a foreigner and family, among the sing-sung codes of people with humbly bobbing heads, where every bend in the road held fruit stands covered in flies and skinny cows scouring for food, where washing was done by hand from caste lower than Brahmin, and sweeping done by women squatting with handmade brooms of straw, where the refrigerator was in the living room due to space, but also pride, where oil lamps burned in a niche beside statuettes of favorite gods, Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Ganesh, knowledge, fortune, and good luck. That last visit to Madras before Chennai and divorce was acknowledgement of melding, then turning away, a swirl of honor, amazement, family like Norman Rockwell meets Bollywood on Mars. We were children dreaming, who grasped and grabbed while sinking, then went wildly different ways.
Cole, the hostages died. They were murdered. It's all their own fault. Everyone knows snow can be dangerous. Watch out for avalanches in the desert, on the streets of cities, dark in moon-glow noon, from the curb to the back of the sidewalk, the treacherous region insane, where reason is madness, where madness is a junkie, a fentanyl junkie, stepped over cobalt blue nod, potent, synthetic, dead, just the same. The primary analgesic for the cancer, humanity. Oh, opioid salvation, I think of you in snow, alone with your words, more potent than morphine. But I will not withhold my ignorant lack of compassion, because it would be cool to bleed out nonsense, just to hear the nonsense, just to hear it echo off of midnight. I prescribe, without a license, pain management, so we can recover from the painful surgery we call life. I barely know it, living in my house of love, writing my obsession of obsessive self. Here, take this before bedtime while you recover from the Holocaust. 20 to 40 times stronger, 100 times stronger, but I will not withhold my ignorant lack of compassion, because it would be cool to bleed out nonsense, just to hear the nonsense, just to hear it echo off of midnight. Think of you in snow, alone with your words, the blanket keeping you warm, memories and dreams, cold, fire, heart.
These poems are from my forthcoming book, Go, Go, Go Girl, on Poison Fang Books. Upon her, a ponder. I touch the roll, my stomach aches, ponder my body born, to a mother and father strung out. I cry at night, I cry at day, I cry, but no one comes my way. Father goes, mother stays, I touch the roll, my stomach aches. I eat a horse, I swallow pills, I guzzle liquid intoxicants. I eat a cake, I eat a mountain, I touch the roll, my stomach aches. I tumble down, I'm bruised, cut up, curled up, shot up, ponder my body born. I touch the roll, my stomach aches. I cry at night, I cry at day, I cry, but no one comes my way. I am a pill, I am a horse, I am a mountain, a cake, a bottle, a mistake. I touch the roll, my stomach aches. Rid me of this body born. I touch the roll, my stomach aches. I am a tear, I am mother's fear, I am my father's runaway. I eat a cake, I eat a mountain, I eat the hillside. I am the guzzle, the horse, the moon over mountain, the hillside sliding. I touch the roll, my stomach aches. Head up, board stiff. She's a board stiff as a board, dancing with one shoe. She's a head up in the air, snacking on the hair of the man who bit her. She's a two-bit battle scar wonder, wondering how she ends up naked again, backing against walls of again and again. Daydreaming darkness on the chaise lounge. I'm going to go to the beach today. Put my chaise lounge in the sand, catch the sun, turn it around, facing the other side of land. I'm going to superimpose myself onto the blue crashing surf, ride the waves till the water turns black, close my eyes, seaweed hair, wrap in turban, catch the sun with kite string blowing my mind, turn it around, face it. Sunlight imposition on darkest thought blisters, burns malaise upside down. Turn around the chaise lounge, face it. The midnight raging sea back to me. Turn it around, face it. The thought loop thought, combustion. Rhythms on your dance beat. That got me on the dance floor, step into the song beat, beating on your door. Let me in, let me in. I gotta feel your heat, let me in, let me in. Glue my body to your dance beat, beating rhythms on your door. Let me in, let me in. Pulse me, baby, backward, forward on the floor. I got you moving sound beat, rhythms on my door. Thank you.
Pattern. After she unfastens a hook, lays the rope in a pile with slack, turns toward the blaring sun, wind gusty against her back. Dogs bellow, then resound. Air seeps from bicycle tire. Flower vase reveals dead stems, a feeling that being late can inspire. A tire lies completely flat. She turns toward the setting sun's beams, empties water from vase, discards stems. Dogs sleep, dream buried bone dreams. Slack rope needs putting away. A hook she unfastened on stair. No wind to cool her bed. Stay up late, spinning fan by her chair. It's no use, she cannot ride to town. Bicycle disabled, damaged tire. Dog's whimper cannot get to sleep. Slack rope tangles, no hook to desire. Gale wind has smashed flower vase. Behind clouds, sun cannot reveal light. Alarm clock does not keep time. Late shadows have haunted her night. Upon awakening, her bicycle's repaired, enables her to do errands in town. Dogs sit on the porch, no despair. Slack leash is unfastened for now. Dried flowers alongside a vase. Puffy clouds sail along in the breeze. A clock chimes, announces the hour. Moon rises, casts shadow on trees. Her life, a pattern of things. Events mundane fill her days. Bicycle not missed, a car in garage. Dogs die, then are replaced. Sky's cloud pattern like a refrain. Wind blusters, blows curtains askew. Vased flowers stand test of time. It's tragic that nobody knew.
Hi, I have Kenyon here, and he's going to tell us something about his new book and read us a couple of pieces. Okay, Ken?
Thanks, Belinda, and thanks for having me. I'm getting ready to publish the first volume of A Lifetime I've been planning for over 50 years. It will cover roughly a 10-year period when I first began writing. That includes ending college, going to Vietnam and the Army for about a 3-year period of service, 2 marriages and divorces, and the beginning of a struggle for sanity. So I've been keeping notes along the way throughout my life, and this first volume will be called I'll Buy My Peace.
Now, why did you choose that? There's a poem with that line in it, isn't there?
And that's the poem I'm about to read.
Okay, let's hear.
I'll buy my peace with time and work. I'll paint or draw, or think and write. The melting moonlight at daybreak will find me hard at my labor. I'll sing or play, or both if you will, and ever will I strive to please, to entertain, or to amuse. I'll speak that you may learn what truths I reckon to have found, or listen and contemplate what questions you have for me, and then give them back to you again, or new ones. I'll pile my fortune as high as fate will let me, in whatever bank was meant to hold it, be it cash or courage, truth or precious knowledge. I'll treasure and treasure what cookies fortune may throw my way, and share what I can spare. But for God's sake, man, don't think you'll see me throwing my pen into the sea, nor my pad. And for Christ's sake, please don't ask me to prostitute my mind with tedium. That would be literal burning hell. This next piece was written for an Army nurse I met at the 91st Evac Hospital, Chulai Beach, Vietnam, March of 1970. Her name was Mert. Here, standing, reflecting on this leeward sight, as the rip and surge of churning current pound the rocks, ebb, crescendo, and are spent. How curious, how calm, the stranger's new delight. What design or circumstance of fate's respite decreed our passage to this right moment in eternity? Two strangers touching, silent, shameless, torn, peering wistfully into the night. What is our reflection standing by this sea? The silent thoughts unspoken in shared tranquility. Then what is this delight you say we share? The delight of daring to dream the dreams we dare. What then are we seeking as we gaze into this night? Some dream to blind us from the truth of our dreadful fright.
Okay.
The title of this poem is Ethnic Skeins. More blood than sane ink has been spilled. Though we are born to play different roles, we can resist tyranny if we are strong-willed. By hate or by greed, many have been killed. So lonely and tiny feels our unique soul. More blood than sane ink has been spilled. Blind fear in man has been instilled. Stingy are hours that clocks grudgingly dole. But we can resist tyranny if we are strong-willed. Though insights are processed and get distilled, does blank remain part of our truth's scroll? More blood than ink, sane ink has been spilled. Just slivers of our destiny get fulfilled. Do all human races form part of a whole? More blood than sane ink has been spilled. But we can resist tyranny if we are strong-willed.
Action speaks louder than words. Our screens hide secrets in plain sight, showing worlds we don't understand but somehow find familiar, a cipher for mixed up times. The numbers line up, the tumblers click. Words don't teach, playing does. Intuition is a kind of physics, a tuned-in now, a mysticism available to anyone, a logic never to be found written out in a book, a blackboard, or a lesson plan. Real learning is a look in the mirror that makes me look again, a loud you that makes me laugh out loud, a story that connects the dots of my understanding. Measure, weigh, compare, think. Carry, climb, jump, move. Breathe, feel, dream, observe. 3 modes of being, mind, body, spirit, adjusting to the speed of life, finding it, speaking it, spelling it out, and editing it down until every distraction is gone. May I let what I have to say be remembered easily. Finding out where I'm at is worth the trouble. Listening to what I'm being told gets me to see what I'm carrying around. Leaning into what's coming is something surfers do. There's no fussing about it. Action speaks louder than words. Now I see you get it. Disappointment is a drug. Arrogance is a drug. Righteousness is a drug. Fear is a drug. Exercise is a drug. Shopping is a drug. Worry is a drug. Anger is a drug. Insisting is a drug. Preference is a drug. Control is a drug. Repetition is a drug. Bitterness is a drag. Forgiveness is free. Now doesn't get anything done faster or cheaper right away. It typically takes a while to appreciate what works. Death stares downward looking for a way out and will not mention dirt or how useful it is. Catacombs hold love in real close, memories stacked up, ready. Cults thrive hidden deep in caves, places of their own making, well aware that any of their talk will come off odd in the daylight. The bustle is never ready for a new reasoning. I'm glad you found this poem. I didn't know that would ever happen. I've always thought reading and writing were like telepathy, and now I see that you get it and truly understand. The magician's hand gets all the eyes to look over there and then reveals what's not expected over here. Just like that, sophistication and elegance can be found wherever the primary currency is kindness. Whenever and any place there is, one person can make a difference.
His final letter, a high boon by Karen Pierce Gonzalez. Tucked into the monk's brown and yellow robe, it is hidden from long-tailed macacoos who watch his comings and goings. Any slip in his straw thatch sandals as he walks down 108 stairs carved into the Da Nang hillside holding Buddha means for them an unexpected gift of sacred text on rice paper, and the monastery's last cake of bean paste.
He hurries along miles of war-tattered road, through monsoon-flooded rice paddies, to catch a ride from a farmer whose water buffalo, weary from a full day's work, pulls the old man's cart home. They stop many times to rest the animal. Each time the llama bows. Grateful, flowers still bloom in battlefields. Summer sunlight stretches into nightfall. Shared silence of familiar faces. The wave of orphans and bicycle taxi drivers on near-empty city streets. He arrives at the post office and must sleep in an alley for 2 days until it opens. His handwritten prayer, may all beings be free from harm. Placed in a netted sack, will sit until all sacks are full. In Hanoi it will be scoured by the fine-tooth comb of communism, or stolen by Western soldiers as souvenir. The last man in the temple, he returns to do the work of many, tend to the enlightened one, white stoop of forehead touching the sky as mortar fire closes roads. Behind him, armed men. He does not look back to see which side they are on.
Fly. Who are the idiots who don't believe in peace? Through this spectral dark, struggle on for peace with hearts. To reinvent, find new rhythm, turn that dirty face to heaven. Fly, fly, candles cough and flicker. Fly, fly, gunmen and young soldiers. They drew a line around Palestine, and the olives did not grow. There's an ugly Colonel Kurtz looming up from Zion. Fly, fly, bread and meat grow scarce. Fly, fly, you terrorists of peace. To the victims you shift blame. Hide your face, die of shame. They drew a line around Palestine, and the olives did not grow. War crimes upon war crimes. Fly, fly, in genocidal rage. Fly, fly, so far beyond the bell. So warped by violence, to every cry for peace, your reply is war, war, war. More war, more murder, and more war. Fly, 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 fly.
We are not like the nobles of Westminster. Living in clans is in our DNA. Are we moccasins and woven wool, living in the wind and rain, under thatched roofs and constant smoking peat fires? Oh, lucky us to be born in a time of mass destruction. In between wars, we managed to escape, but survival of others is something they refuse.
Either we're going to choose the side of standing up for what is right, standing up against oppression, or will we choose the life and path of humiliation by remaining silent? I will repeat this. Either we choose to stand up for humanity now, or we will choose the path of disgrace and the path of humiliation by remaining silent and allowing this bloodshed to continue.